Bro lied to us in the dark origin of modern women. Girls are still blowing me up from the matchmaking offer I made them today, and you guys should catch it too because it's only until the end of this month that it's going to be discounted. One thing that men and women will always do is fight. They're wired different and they can't really read each other's minds, and even if they did, I don't think that's gonna be a good idea, just gonna make them more confused. The 1950s is the time of history that everybody refers to when they want to talk about how good marriage was and how a good marriage should be. How the women cooked, cleaned, and raised kids, and men provided. Just the idea that a marriage is supposed to be happy and that it should never get rocky is really a fairy tale that we were sold. On the contrary, marriages are constantly tested by time again and again, and every test is worse than the previous test. And unlike a school test, you do not cheat on this one. Alpha Bros lied to us when they told us that their mothers were happily married to their fathers. Back then, men had no accountability or barely any accountability, and women were still treated as property. If they refused to turn a blind eye on, they just get physically abused or sent to an asylum. And in addition, for not being able to work, they had no choice. Unlike the women now who do have the choice of staying or leaving, women back then had no supports. Neither the community or their families supported that because, well, marriage was a sin and a woman just doesn't do that. And so when men talk about marriage, they just think that they're selling women the dream, basically. And in most cases, I would not say that that's wrong. However, that trend is also on the decline. The rise of social media, more and more women are using their platform to complain about their marital life. And they share their experiences and how they are happier now that they are single and divorced. They're better off being single mothers who have cats than to have a man and have kids. Getting physically abused or raped in your marital bed in the name of obedience is not really something that women look forward to. But I dare say that some males are totally okay with it, and it's a case where a woman would not file any charges against them if they know that the woman is not going to punish them. And so generational trauma is real. And the patterns that do destroy an entire society come from the choices of two people. And I will not say that it's the system's fault every single time, because also us as individuals take do make choices that decree how our paths will be and how they will be forged. The older generation, I would dare say millennials up, grew up watching their mothers getting physically beat, abused, they were always bruised and anxious. Some of them got scared and retaliated and decided to be better individuals because of the trauma they witnessed. However, some others were happier for how their fathers put their mothers into places and then went to be the same type of individuals. And so, as a woman who is compelled to stay in a situation like that, your choices of freedom are either divorcing, being homeless, or just not leaving at all. You just stay in that situation and take it. And you will get your freedom, though, just not in your lifetime. You get your freedom in the next generation. I understand this kind of sounds like an Asian way of thinking that if you don't get something now, you might get it when you get reincarnated, but it's very close. When a woman fights for her daughter's education, schooling, and freedom to dress how she wants, and also sometimes the freedom of her dating and being able to go out and sparing her from the kitchen and cleaning, in order for her to continue her studies. That is the mother paving a path for the future generation not to go through the same cycle that she has. Our mothers could have asked our fathers not to send us to school and instead keep us in the kitchen where we can cook, clean, and learn how to be good wives. And now instead we do have our studies but can't make couscous. However, they fought for us to get this education, and so one day we can be on equal footing with the man, or at least have some sort of power in our hands, like even knowledge is power. And so you don't have to beg your husband to buy your tampons at the end of the month. Women really, really had it bad. This response and this retaliation by our mothers is a clear answer to why we are modern. And so they planted these seeds, and we are the seeds. Our lifestyles and way of thinking are the seeds they planned. They planted, and it's why we chase careers and delay having kids. But apparently, not putting up with the same BS that they had to go through when they were trapped. When you're free doesn't make you a real woman. Bringing back the lifestyle of 80 years ago will not make society better. And the society will not be. And society's problems will not be solved either. I would dare suggest a solution, but again, debate me on it. Men and women's problems will be solved when they both drop their ego. However, to drop their ego, they would have to be in a safe environment when they can talk without shields. And the shield most of the time is ego, so that would need to be dropped. Only then men and women can sit and have a civil conversation where no one would try to downplay the other and outsmart the other. That's when we go back to being toxic because, well, we have to have a shield and we need to protect ourselves. Like being embarrassed ruins society. That's basically what I'm saying. And so, if you spare other people's feelings and protect them instead of trying to drag them in the mud, maybe only then society would be better. But again, that's just me. I hope this video is up to your liking. I know I haven't posted it in a while now. But yeah. But yeah, if you like this video, you guys know what to do. And also, if you're interested in the matchmaking, it's back and it's discounted for the month of April. See you guys in the next video.